All right, we're gonna start. Let's take a few breaths up just to get our bodies into this moment. Take an inhale and an exhale. Basically, just waking up that body. Inhale. Good morning, Michelle. Who's that? Well, hello, Karen. Hi, Jean. Hi, Sarah. Let's do another inhale. And then at the top, interlace your fingers and kind of push through your palm here. Go over. Inhale and over. We're just touching the sides, up and over. It's like you're saying good morning to your body and you're giving yourself a transition time to be in this moment. In and out. Good. And then we're going to add on some shoulder circles. So when you bend your knees, go up, and up. And you're doing a few things at once. You're taking a little fuller breath. You're waking up the hips, heavy heels, so you're waking up the hips. You're waking up the shoulders. Good, and up. And one more. Good, and then we're gonna kind of change the arms here. So it's like you've got this big tree or you're giving yourself a hug. You've got this big tree and you're giving yourself a hug. So big arms, they stretch and stretch. So see how I'm changing. One is on top and then the other. One's on top. You're just using this as a chance to wake up. And it's like you're stretching through your fingers and your wrist too. Good. One more. And then take your hands on top and make a big circle with your ribs. It's like your spatula and you're getting off the inside of the ingredients on a mixing bowl. So you're just using the hands as a little support to be able to wake up that upper body more. Go the other way, inhaling and exhaling, just making sure we're not holding our breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Now we're gonna roll all the way up and let the feet come in. Interlace through the fingers and lift up through your heels. Inhale and exhale, lower down. Now find a band. Find a Dynaband or an elastic tubing. Take the band up. Now you're going to lift up both heels and pull through the band. Now when you do this, your heels lift up and down as your band pulls down, as you're breathing. Now if you cannot do all that at once, just choose one to do, maybe just the arms or just the calves. And exhale. And exhale. And exhale. Now both heels are lifting. The arms are pulling down. And exhale. And if you think about the weight on your feet, the heels lift and all of the toes get equal weight. So you have even weight across your toes. You're not just putting it in your big toe and you're not just putting it in your pinky toe. Exhale. There's a little pause at the top if you can, so you're not just rushing through it. You're controlled. You're controlling the lower as well. All right, 3. Good. 2. One more. Now take the band at your shoulder blade area. Step out, kind of like a second position or you just got off the horse. You're going to push through the band. At the same time, you drop through your heels. Your knees track with your second toe. You're exhaling as you push. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Try 5 more. 11. 12. And I like that controlled return. 13. 14. And 15. Really good. And then we're going to take the band, tricep, so one hand takes the band behind. The other hand is down low here at the low back area. And we're going to push up and exhale up. Good. And up. In 4, 5, 6. Good. Let me just go over some points here. 7, the knees are soft. 8, looks good, Jean. 9, the ears in line with the shoulder. 10, you're making sure you're not leaning over. 12, you've got a little tone underneath the ribs. 14, back of the arm. And 15, now take this one, switch it up. The other hand comes down. And we're going to push. And it's okay. The first couple, you may have to adjust how much band you have. 3, where your hands are. Checking the cues as you go along. Breathing, exhale. 5, as you push. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Really good. Now take your handles, one in each. Palms face you, palms face your thighs. Step on the band with both heels for most of us in the very middle. If it's too hard, just use one heel in the middle. You're going to exhale and pull elbows wider than your body. Yeah, out wide. Your neck is soft. 4, good neck check, Michelle. 5, knees are soft. 6, 7. What we're doing with these is making sure we put contraction where we want it and we're not contracting things we don't need. So it's specific contractions. All right, keep going. We're going to do 20 on these because it's a little shorter lever. 12, 13, and of course if you need to rest, you can. 14. So there's 15. That's a respectable number for endurance. Keep going if you can. 16, 17. Good, neck is easy. 18, 19, and 20. Very good. Take a sip if you'd like, and then we're going to take the band in front and do some pulls. So if you need a sip, this is a good chance. Your band is in front, and your wrists are flat. Pull to the side walls. Pull. Good, and I'm going to come in so you can see my wrist. They're flat, they're not wildly cocked up. 3. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How about 5 more? If you're getting tired, rest, but otherwise 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now 5 circles. Basically this is a chance to get some mobility in the arms, your scapula glide up and down. Then I'm going to come in closer, take your hand on one end. You can hold on where your hand is at the end of the loop, or you can put your hand inside the loop. Whatever helps, whatever feels good. This hand is going to be an anchor. Hold one hand still, now push out. Bow and arrow. 2, neck is long. 3, 4, that tricep is working on the push arm. 5, 6, good, one arm is just still, just holding it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now shake it out. You could be like a wet noodle in the arms, and then take the other side. One hand stable. Push out. 1, 2, 3, 4, Exhale. 13, 14. Really good. Shake it out. Now, one hand's going to take the end of the band. You're going to step on the band with your heel. So if your right hand has the band, your right heel is stepping on it. If your left hand has the band, your left heel stepping on it. We're going to exhale, open. Good. And 2. And 3. 4. 5. 6. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15, other side. So take that heel, step on it. Nice. Now switch it up. We're going to do a front raise. So if your right hand has the end of the band, your right heel is stepping on it. Now it's going to be more forward. You got it. 1, 2. One of the tricks here is making sure not to lean back, to stay solid in your body. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now take the other heel. Now it's going to be 15 to the front, 1. And this is without the neck if you can. So this is soft. 6, 7. Knees are soft. 8. If you tend to hyperextend in your knees, it's easy just to sort of shift the hips, the knees back. So you want to have a little softness. 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now release it. If you want, take another step. We're still going to do some band exercises. We're going to take some breaststroke. And it looks like this. Push forward and around. Forward and around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Knees soft. 7. Ear in line with the shoulder. 8, 9, 10. And then just in time, Sarah, we're going to stretch. Take your arms back. Hold here. Now it's going to feel like your wrists go behind you, so you want to tuck the knuckles and open up the shoulders and the chest. This is, so from the side you can see this is a great posture stretch. Inhale. Good. That looks great, Karen. Now on the exhale, let your hands down. We're going to do 2 more angles, so find a different angle and stretch. Breathe. Fill up the ribs with your breath. One more. And up. Any other angle is fine. Good, Jean. That looks good. 3. Good, Michelle. All right, now this is going to be 5 dynamic back, 5 dynamic stretches. 4. Good. It's tight enough that you can feel it, but it's not so tight that you have to contort your body to make the arms go behind you. 2. Should feel delightful or therapeutic. 1 more. Up. Very good. Release your band. We're going to use it on the floor, but just so keep it in the room, but just keep it handy. This is for weight training with the dumbbells, or if you don't have dumbbells, you can use detergent or water bottles. But probably for the lateral raise, probably anywhere between 3 and 6 pounds. You're going to open up like a T. Good. Keep going. I just have to adjust something. All right. I've got a little exhale every time we lift. Exhale. Good. The main thing is you're not holding your breath, and the main thing is if you feel like you need your abs on a supportive hard part exertion, you've got access. Neck is soft though. 6. We're going to about 90 degrees. 7. Check in with the knees. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20. Now leave your arms down and lift up your shoulders in these circles. Up and around. Up and around. And then you're going to take your palms more face you, go forward, and then resist the back down. Exhale forward and resist the return. And 3. And 4. And 5. Good. 6. 7. You'll feel your shoulders. 8. Good. 9. 10. Take 5 more. 11. 12. 13. 14. And 15. Now we're going to lower these down. And it's like you, this is a Tai Chi move, it's like you are letting your sleeves dry in the wind on a clothesline. You're just kind of flopping them left and right. They actually gently hit you. 5, they thud, little thud. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to grab most likely a heavier weight for bicep curls. It's going to be this 15 reps. So I'm going to say anywhere between 3 and 10 or 5 and 10. And the remedy is if you don't have as much weight or too much weight, you'll just do fewer or more reps so that you feel a sense of fatigue in the final repetitions. Keep going. I grabbed the wrong ones. I was too busy talking cues and I grabbed my wrong ones. Up and up. Good. So these most likely are a little heavier than the other ones, but it's okay if, like me, you have you grab the smaller ones, then you can just do more repetitions, maybe up to 20 or so. Well, on these, double check what your wrists feel like or look like. You see how they're flat? They're not getting pulled back by the weight. All right. If you had a heavier weight at the beginning, you might be starting to feel them. Another thing is your shoulders are down the back. You see how the shoulders, they're not poked forward, so keep them down your back. Let's take 5 more. And your ear is in line with your shoulder. 4, meaning it's not traveling forward. 3, 2, you're exhaling and inhaling, and 1. Now we're going to lower those down. We're going to take an interlaced finger position at the low back. Open up if you can add on more. If you can still add on more, push your palms together and then open. 5, 4, 3, 2. It's almost like someone has a string and they're lifting up your arms. 3, 2, ooh, and inhale. And then exhale, let that go. You can just give it a little shake. And we're going to take a overhead tricep press, which looks like this. So you can take 2 weights, and if you don't have 2 weights, you can also do 1 weight that's heavier, but let's just say 2 3s or 2 4s, maybe 2 5s. Behind you, you press up, and your ribs tuck down, especially because our arms are overhead, and when our arms are overhead, it tends to put our lumbar spine in more of a excessive inward curve, in life too, not just here. So when you put something away in a high shelf, notice that, pull your ribs down a little. 8 to keep that tone. 9. If you're really tight, if you're tight in the shoulders, it's okay to open up the arms a little bit. Yeah, that okay? 13. 14. Good. 15, good carry. 16. 17, and you're continuously breathing, right? 18, we're not holding our breath. 19, knees are soft. Lower those down. Take them to the floor or the bench, whatever you're working on. Go up and over. This is a stretch. Now we're going to rotate while we're here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale up and over. And 5. Kind of doing a dynamic stretch. We're not just holding it for super long length because we're still lifting. 2. We're just sort of relieving some tension. And then 1. Now we're going to take a smaller weight, a lighter weight, and do an overhead press. If you feel unsteady here or your back gets too lordotic and you can't correct, use a lighter weight. But for example, you might do a 3, 4, 5. Exhale up. Now because the arms are going up, we know our low back is more likely to get inwardly swayed. So you will pull the ribs down as you lift the arms up. The head also tends to want to jump forward here, so keep it back. 6, jawline parallel to the floor. 7, 8. But what I see looks good. 9, 10. Now 5 more. And then lower. Good job. Take those down. And take a little sway. We're going to take a sip after this, and you might want a foam roller because we're going to do a single calf raise work, single leg calf raises. So here's our sway. Grab a sip if you want, and then meet me with a foam roller, vertical, or just use a wall or a piece of furniture. So we're getting all our toys out. The foam roller is just for balance, but look at, you can use a wall too. Put one foot off the floor and you can just wrap it on one. Lift up and down, up and down. Keep going. 4 and down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you're going to flip your foot and put the other foot behind and go up. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more set, single calf raises. 1. Does one side feel different than the other? 3. Make sure your knee's not pressing forward. You're going into a calf lift or heel lift, you're not pushing your knee forward. We're going to take 10 on the other side. Nice. All right. We're going to head down to the floor. So what you'll want is your band, your weights, and your roller. Head down to the floor, your band, your weights, your roller, and a drink. Good. Okay. Got a drink. Take a sip. Seated band work. You're going to let me put this over here so I don't spill it. Okay, we're going to put our feet on the floor. Wrap your band around the heel arch and sit up tall. Pull the band, grab the band as close as you need to your feet to have some tension. Let me just show you a trick. What you can do is two bands, Donna bands, or straps. So if you are feeling like, wow, I need more resistance, you can grab two. Turn sideways so you can see. Yeah, you're upright and exhale. You're upright and exhale. And pull. Good. From the side, your ears in line with your shoulder. Your strong muscle groups. See if you can pull one arm and turn, and then pull the other and turn, and pull one arm and turn. Good, Karen. And the other. Your neck just goes along for the ride. You're not letting it lead the way. You're not hurting. All right, take 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to take the strap and cross it. I'm going to get rid of one of my bands. Just need one if you were using 2. The feet, your band is crossed. Your elbows are glued by your side, and you do this external rotation. Yes, you're lifting up through your crown. Exhale. Good. 11, 12, 13. Now I'm going to turn so you can see me a little differently. Open up your arms this time, kind of like you're making the letter T. Rear fly. And open. And open. Nice. All right, uncross the straps. Lean back with a little knee bend, a little softness in the knee. Elbows bend. And lift up your arm if you need more intensity. Four, 25. Now we're going to take a little breather. This is sort of just to release tension. You can put your feet soles towards each other. Your inhale lengthens you. And your exhale brings you lower. to take another inhale to come back up. Beautiful. And now let's take a chest press. So basically we're going to lie on our back. You're going to have probably the heavier weight, so somewhere between 5 and 10. I am going to just a little shift back. Yeah, just a little. Okay. Now your hands are going to do this when you're on your back. So it's kind of like you're doing a push-up, but on your back. All right, so you're going to grab your weight in each hand. Your feet are going to stay on the floor because we want to keep our ribs down on the mat, and that's going to help protect the back. So let your elbows be like a field goal post, and then push up. Bend your elbows, and then push up. And turn more sideways. Yeah, that looks like you can see. Push. Good. So I'm going to say the cues again. My feet are on the floor. And what that does is help keep the ribs on the mat. So your ribs are on the mat. Now you're not slamming your low back down to do that, but you're just setting your bones up so it's easier. You might have a little, like up to 30% contraction around the abs to keep the ribs down. You inhale and you're lowering, and then you exhale and your dumbbell ends, they kiss at the top. They just touch. They just surface to surface. Exhale as you push, and yes, and you lengthen your elbows. But if you are a hyperextensive in your elbow joint, you want to make sure you're not locking them backwards. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now release, and for just a moment, you can shake it out, kind of like a full body stretch. Shake, move, like loosen, shaking out, arms, relax your legs, wiggle out, tension. Good, that's perfect, Karen, just letting it go. We're gonna add on the hug a tree down here. It's an anterior fly. So right now your feet are coming up on the floor. That's gonna keep the ribs down. And I'm just showing you with my hands. It's almost like there's a tree in front of you. Now you're gonna take those weights and you're going to, now both two parts of the dumbbells kiss, but it's both the front and back side of it. The two ends of your dumbbells kiss. So instead of just one end, both ends touch. Your elbows have this roundness to them. Now as you push the dumbbells up, it's an exhale, and you keep your ribs down. You're not letting your low back arch more just to get the weight up. But usually that means someone's got too heavy of a weight. You just want to be conscious that you're not using your back to get the weights up. You're keeping your ribs down. If you look at your elbows, on your arms, there's a bit of a roundness to them. Your hands don't touch the floor on these. You're just going out, maybe the upper arm skin. 3. Touches the floor, but your hands don't bend backwards to get to the floor. 2. Now I'm going to remove those weights for a bit, take them out of the way, and again you can take a full body stretch and you can sort of wiggle or shake or get rid of any tension. Neck soft, thighs move, really good. And then we're going to get the foam roller. And we're going to put the forearms on the foam roller on this side of our mat. So we're doing swan. I just have to move all my weights here. So make sure you have a good space, clear space. Now the elbows are going to be wide on the foam roller. This is the upper back. Inhale and lift up. Inhale and lift up. So I'm doing another online review of literature right now, a continuing education course, and it's about the core. And it was talking about how a lot of people work just the front abs and the front part of the core, the abs, and don't really work the back. So that's one of my little favorite things to do. So we're always going to do something with the back. If one of these back exercises doesn't serve you, you can send me an email. You can let me know. There's a million ways to work the back, and that's why I mix it up. So I want you to have great posture muscles to complement the abs. Go up for balance and for reduction of pain and reduction of injury, and also for posture. So, but the posture influences your mood and your breathing, so they all tie in. Now we're going to stay up on this next one. This is a great chance to just settle in your cues. You're in line with your shoulder. Hands press. Belly lifts. Elbows are basically pointed towards the floor. There's energy in the legs. Every inhale is inviting your spine to go up a little higher. Inhale. And lower it again. We're going to do 2 more long holds. Get ready. Go up. Hands press. And lower. One more time. Go up. And relax. Now you can take a child pose, whatever you need to feel release in your low back. Take it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good. All right, we're going to take a little forearm abdominal position. So your elbows are now going to be on the mat. Your foam roller is going to be back. Toes towards each other. Good. Hold the plank. And then if you can bend your knees underneath you, and you may have to adjust here, and then press them back to a plank. Bend the knees. And one other reason I like these is because they roll out your shins. So if you've ever had shin splints or sprained an ankle or done anything where your lower legs have felt tight, this is just a nice foam roll on the tibialis anterior. But of course it's abdominals and then the strong back because we're anti-gravital. 4, 3, 2, recover. So you can take a child pose, press your hips back, relax your body, and then we're going to do a pike, forearms down. You're going to lift up the hips towards the sky 10 times, kind of like you're making an upside down V. Good, Karen. Up. Good. Up. That looks great. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Recover. Nice. And then we're going to do forearms down, and we're going to do moguls corner to corner. So you're going to put your legs out. Now you're going to bend the knees towards your left elbow and then straighten them as you extend, and then towards your right elbow. Bend towards the left. All right, keep going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Really good. And we're going to try to do a different one here. So I'm going to have you do a plank first. Good. That's it. Nice. And then we're going to take the knees under and then shift left, center, shift right, center, and then go back. We just haven't done this in a while. Knees right, center, knees left, shift back. Knees under, shift left, center, shift right, push back. One more time. Knees under, right, center, left, push back, and then rest. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Inhale. And then, good. Exhale. And then we'll take the arms down, the legs long, and this is just going to be a tiniest little forward and back. So from my shoulder, just a little forward and back. I've got my toes pointed towards each other. Your lower abs should be working hard. 10 more, 9, and 8, 7, good, Jean. 6, 5, 4, it's not big, but it's powerful. 3, 2, recover. Woo! Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. We're gonna take the back down and put your feet on top and on the roller. Curl up and down just 5 times. Hamstrings, glutes, and the back muscles. So this is another way that we complement the abs. Now stay at the top. If you would like to add on, push the roller away from you, even if it's just 2 inches. Do that 10 times. Yeah, good, Michelle. It's not much, but it's powerful. I think these really get the hamstrings quickly. 5, 4, 3, 2, lower down. The hands go to your feet. Now this is a happy baby stretch. If you can't quite reach your feet, hold on to your ankles. Let the knees go down on either side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and inhale. Let those feet down and lift up the right leg, and we're just going to take 10 here. This works the glutes, the hamstrings, and the muscles alongside the back. So do this so frequently because gluteal dysfunction is a large reason why people have low back pain. Let your right foot down and lift your left leg up. 2, 3, good. 10 of these. 4, 5, good. Karen, 6. You can do these with or without the roller. 7, 8, 9, 10. Take your hands to your feet. Knees wide. Nice. All right, can you use your hands underneath your thighs to kick up a little and come into an ab crunch seated? Come on up. Very good. Now we're going to use the roller for the release. So turn sideways, and the elbow is on the mat, and you see how I've got my abs pulling in. Kind of like a side plank. So we are getting a little bit of core here. Just want to get rid of some of this tension that tends to be part of our IT here, but also go all the way up to that hip. You might feel something up near that hip, that greater trochanter. And I'm going to change it. You could go back, get high pelvis. I want you to explore in that area. The main thing is you're not rolling out your side knee. And you're breathing. 10, 9, 8. You're using all your core alignment cues for this side plank. You notice your shoulder blades on the back. Yeah. You're breathing even when you're tempted to hold your breath. Inhale. And let's try the other. Good. The bottom of shoulder that's holding you up, that arm is down the back. You're breathing continuously. You can get in that high part of the pelvis. Yep. Try all sorts of things. Yeah, you can try the foot back, and sometimes you can roll out that glute. Yep. Try it all, Karen. You're doing great. We're just mixing up the angles. There's not a wrong way. That's why I say the main thing is don't roll out your inner knee, your outer knee, or your inner knee. Don't roll out your knee. You can keep the breath going, shoulder blade down the back. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shall we roll out our upper back? Take your foam roller behind you. Place your hands kind of like a pillow underneath your head. Go back and forth with your hips off the floor. Roll right. Roll left. And then gently turn and get that lateral, that lat. Yeah, just a little turn here, not much. There's a lot of areas here you could get. Try the back part of the armpit or the lat twist and see if you have anything. You could also go back more on that outer shoulder, that rear shoulder. Keep the breathing. This hand I like to make sure is supporting my head a lot, so I don't have to over contract my neck to do this, right? So I'm using my arm kind of like a pillow. Good. 10. Maybe something on that scapula, that shoulder blade. 4, 3, 2. Let's take the other side. All right, take that outer. Good. This is really good for posture because the lats, when they're tight, they turn the arms inward. And it also, the lats, we're rolling them out here, but they're attached down at the ilium, the pelvis. This is really going to help the low back, the shoulder, the posture muscles, and all those, when they're tight, they influence the breathing. When your arms are rounded forward, shoulders forward, and that breathing, the posture influences the hormones. When the body's flexed like that, it sort of creates a sadder hormone concoction. We want to help these muscles be open. Okay, so you're rolling back. There might be something on that shoulder, on that scapula. Yep. Your arm is acting like a pillow. You're breathing. You're making sure you're not holding your breath. If you have an exquisite point of pain and you need to just sit on that, you can. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good. All right, let's do a quad rollout. So basically your forearms are down, on the mat, and we'll do both thighs. So it's now the thigh, not the shin, and just go back and forth. If you need to make it harder, you can bend and straighten your knees, or you could just bend them. There's not a wrong way here. Yeah, I would say the way you keep it safe is you don't let your low back just sag. Why don't you also try a few things where you turn your toes out? What's that feel like? Or where you turn your toes towards each other. And maybe you mix it up with the knee bend and the toes in, or the knee bend and the toes out. And just try it all. You're not going to roll out your knee itself, but by rolling out these muscles, you create less stress over the knee. So this is going to help the knees if that's one of the reasons. If your knees feel tight, these muscles, that's one of the top 4 areas you can work to help the knees feel less pain. Maybe roll more to the right side for a bit. Maybe roll to the left side for a bit. 5, 4, 3. Let's do another 5 count. 5, 4, 3, 2. Found a spot, gotta do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now for the one, we can take a rest. Oh yeah, if you need to sit, grab it. But we're gonna do a lie on a back and take a shoulder release. With your arms like a T. Yeah, grab a sit. Your arms are like a field goal post or a T. If you want more inner thigh stretch, you can put your feet together, knees wide. Otherwise, just take a moment. You're going to let your shoulders and chest receive the benefit of gravity, pulling the arm bones down, passively stretching the chest and shoulders, combating the stresses of forward living. Let your focus get lost on the breath. Now take another inhale. And exhale. Wiggle the fingers, tuck the chin. You can slowly make your way towards the seated position. Lift up through your spine. And we're going to take a moment to set the posture. Your ear is in line with your shoulder. Your jawline is parallel to the floor. Your ribs are over the pelvis evenly, right and left. Yeah. And then you can leave the palms open if that feels safe to you. That's just a way to also externally rotate the arms here. So just take a moment to let the fascia feel this sense of rest in the correct place, in the range of correct. We're going to set an intention of noticing this sense of receptivity and the openness of the fascia. You're also open to the gifts that are all around you. You're open to receive the appreciations that are around us, in within us, our body working, our mind working, ears, eyes, all the senses we have access to. So take a moment to appreciate those things that we might sometimes forget to appreciate. And notice how that opens up the door to more abundance. Letting our intention be a sense of openness and receptivity to all the appreciations and gifts that are around us and within us, and noticing how that increases those gifts and appreciations. Whenever you're ready, let your eyes come back into the room. Thank you guys for getting strong and flexible with me. I'm so glad to see you. Happy March. Happy March. Thank you so much. Bye. Yay.